Hey everyone, it's Shayna from the Entrepreneurs in Motion podcast, and today's question is about how to measure customer success when you're selling something that doesn't have an obvious ROI, that's return on investment. This is a really excellent question I got from a fellow language teacher, but I think it applies to a lot of other products as well. So this person wrote, what is success in language learning? How do your customers show that your product was successful for them? Was it because they enjoyed the process, or were they able to see any improvement in their English level? I think for languages, it's a tricky question because we can sell a product that is great, but if the customer doesn't put some effort into it, it won't pay off with any results versus a product that you just have to consume. So that's something that's definitely been on my mind as I've built my online business in language teaching, because I think with the products I sell, it's different from, you'll see products that are geared towards other entrepreneurs or business owners, and they promise that you'll make more money. So it's really, I won't say obvious, but it's really straightforward, right? You invest $100 into this course and you can make back $1,000 based on what you learn and implement. Or you buy this plugin for $27 and you'll convert more customers on your website, leading to an ROI of $500. So it almost makes the purchase a little more of a no-brainer. But if you sell something like language learning or anything related to helping people improve their health or their relationships, anything involving someone's hobby or interest, then the ROI, the return on investment, is not quite so direct and obvious and measurable in dollars and conversions. So this is a great question. How do you measure your customer success, and how do you convince people to buy your product and believe that it will help them have success if it's in one of these areas that maybe it's not so obvious? So a few thoughts on that. The first one is that after someone buys, it's really good to give them a lot of guidance and encouragement. I think sometimes we drop the ball on this as entrepreneurs, that after someone buys from us, we think our job is done. We're like, yes, a sale, they converted. And we forget to follow up with customers and help them get the most out of what they've purchased. That's a mistake. We should be treating our customers like VIPs and giving them guidance and encouragement post-purchase will definitely help them both succeed a lot more with your product and also feel supported. So a small example of how I've done this in my own business, when someone buys a course from my website, after purchasing, they go right to the lesson list. And I would think that it would be obvious. You just click on lesson 1 and you start the course. But I would sometimes get emails from people asking me, I've just bought your product. How do I do it? How do I take the lessons? And I'm thinking, well, that should be obvious. You click on lesson 1 and you start. But what I did was I added an introduction video to every single one of my courses called How to Get the Most Benefit Out of This Course, how to take the lessons, what are the best strategies for really getting all the benefits, tips and tricks. It was just less than a 10-minute introduction video for each course, but it really helped. A lot of people watch that video and they feel more encouraged and empowered to then get started with the course. You can also help your customers post-purchase by following up with an email, maybe a few days or a week. I would say have one pretty immediately, welcoming them, thanking them for buying the product and providing some encouragement to start using it. And maybe one a few days later, checking up and seeing how they're doing, asking if they have any questions, saying that you're available to help and support them if they need any help in using or getting the most benefit out of your product. Okay, so think about guiding and supporting your customers post-purchase. That's one way to help ensure that they'll succeed with your product. Another way is to actually be really specific and explicit about what they have gotten or what they have learned. So a lot of times at the end of my lessons or at the end of my courses, I'll just say it straight up. Now you know 10 expressions to use in a business negotiation, or you've just learned 30 phrases for making small talk. And just saying that out loud, again, you can do this at the end of a health product. Now you know what foods to avoid and what foods to eat in order to lose weight. Just saying it explicitly provides some closure at the end and helps them think, oh yeah, I did learn that during this lesson or as I was consuming this product. So say it explicitly. Another way to help your customers succeed and feel like they're succeeding is to include opportunities for evaluation. And that could be either or both self-evaluation through quizzes, worksheets, anything that they can do, download or do to put stuff into practice, make it as easy as possible for them to put your stuff into practice, for them to use what you're teaching them. That is going to help also help them do it, help them implement. It will make it really easy. And then maybe provide some opportunities for feedback from you. So maybe 1 or 2 times during your course or product or whatever it is you're selling, if you're selling some software to improve someone's landing page, offer them the opportunity to get your eyes on their work and give them a couple of tips. You might be worried that you're going to get a flood of requests, but actually not everyone's going to take you up on this. Only your most dedicated people will, and they will really appreciate the opportunity to get feedback from you. I have this baked into some of my courses where students can put the phrases they've learned in the lessons into practice and actually send them to me, and I'll evaluate them, correct them, and send them back some comments. Or there are other places in my courses where people can send a recording of their spoken English and get my feedback. So again, these are ways for people to put stuff into practice, feel like they're making progress, and when they get the feedback, which you should both encourage and provide some suggestions for improvement, they'll feel really good that they're making progress. All right, so think about ways you can put that into your product. Another way to do it is by having maybe a once a month free for customers webinar where they can ask you Q&A, any questions. It's another way to engage with your customers and help them succeed, help them feel like they're getting a lot of value and making progress in whatever it is they're trying to do, whether that's learning a language, whether that's improving their marriage, improving their parenting, building better model trains, I don't know, whatever you're trying to teach or sell. And then finally, one of the best ways to help convince people to buy your product when the success or the ROI often isn't measurable is to get testimonials. I put off gathering testimonials for the longest time. I don't know why. I think I was afraid of getting, people who were not happy with the product sending me angry testimonials, but that didn't happen. I asked actually some of my best students individually, some of the people who had written to me naturally without prompting, telling me that they loved my product. I just wrote back, I said, hey, thank you so much for your kind words. Would you mind writing up a paragraph telling me specifically how it's helped you and what the results you've gotten are? And then could I post that on the website with your first name and maybe a little picture if you're willing? And everyone I asked was happy, was thrilled to do it, and you can see some of the testimonials on my homepage at espressoenglish.net. And I also have some testimonials on my sales pages. So that's for people who are considering investing in your product. Sometimes, you can have good sales copy, but sometimes what will speak the loudest is the experience of previous customers, and hopefully you'll be pleasantly surprised by the great results that people have gotten with your product if you've built a great product. All right, so these are just a few ways to help measure customer success and encourage customer success, even if you're not selling something to other entrepreneurs that has a direct money-making ROI. So please put them into practice in your business. Write to me and let me know how it worked. Or if you have any other suggestions, leave a comment on this video. That's it for now. Talk to you next time.